Hey guys, I've got a fantastic property here for you. This one hasn't been available on the market for decades, and now that it is, it's got a lot of potential. First, few things to note: it's inside the city limits of Selma on the Golden State Boulevard, right next to the 99 freeway, sitting on 2.3 acres, and it's currently zoned. Well, it's zone limited agriculture, but definitely has potential for rezoning into commercial or industrial. And not one to pass up a target of opportunity. We did have an interaction with some alleged campers on the property, so we'll see how that goes and have a little after action report on that. So let's get into it. All right, so I got another property here to show you guys. This is a 2.36 acre property right off Golden State Boulevard. We'll turn off right here, but this is a great property here in Selma. It's zoned agricultural. You can see we've got grapevines right here. This happens to be, though, this particular property is within city limits. So it does appear like it actually can be rezoned, maybe to industrial, maybe to commercial. Buyer, of course, to verify. But we are in the city limits, just by a hair. We do have a trailer here, but we're really selling this as vacant land here, and it does look like we have some squatters here, so they're probably going to walk up here and chat with us. But there is a well on the property, as well as we got water and sewer, I believe, at the street. Obviously, we got power as well to the property. Howdy, how's it going? No, I'm actually, just so you know, I'm a real estate agent. Getting this.
Oh, real estate agent?
Yeah, I'm getting this property ready for sale. Looks like you guys are probably trespassing.
No, I think you're trespassing. I'm sorry, you're gonna have to go.
Well, I can call the cops here. We can have that
Well,
discussion.
you're on private property.
Okay, I would play more of this, but I promise this is not a useful exchange. I really don't even like listening to the playback. But the bottom line is that people are going to have to leave the property when it gets sold. So there's a process for that. We're going to follow it. I could have had a useful kind of dialogue with him about what those steps are going to look like for him, but instead he just wants to posture a little bit, and it's just not working for either one of us. But I'll make a couple comments to maybe help other sellers here.
You're doing the scandal here,
Yeah.
and you should leave. You're on private
That's
property.
fine. We're gonna
You can
have-
call the cops
Yeah,
if you
we'll
want.
have the
Call them
cops.
if you want.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm going
because
to
you're on
have
private property.
because here's the deal. This is what's going to happen.
Okay.
I'm going to be listing a for sale sign here.
That's good. But
Yeah.
for what? You're gonna
Because
it's private
this is
property.
not
You're
your
stepping.
property. This
Yeah,
is going to be sold.
you're
We're
on
gonna have-
private property.
Look, we're going to have a lot of
You're
buyers
on
come
private
through
property.
here.
That's fine.
Yes.
That's fine.
And so you guys are going to. This actually is a pretty frequent occurrence here for me. Tell me,
Yeah.
you have the title?
Yeah, I do. And don't worry about that. You shouldn't be concerned about it. You should leave.
Let's say 5 or 6 of these types of incidences in the last 6 months or so. I am not a lawyer, but I do just kind of have my own perspective, in how to prevent this. And it's pretty simple. Because when officers show up, they're going to be looking at the situation, and the first thing I want to see is whether that person is just showed up on the property day 1, or is it day 2 plus? Because for whatever reason, day 1, it looks like a breaking and entering. It looks like trespassing. But day 2, well, now you've given that person, time enough to craft a story, and they can say they've already turned the power on in their name, or they're getting their mail there. And now the officers, are starting to question whether they have the authority to remove that person from the property. So how do you solve that? You have to have cameras connected to the internet. That way day 1 whether someone is on that property, and you can remove them immediately without giving them a chance at staying a single night on that property. Anyway, so now on to this amazing property. All right, back at it here. Just going to do a quick walk around here. I know the cops have already come and gone. These guys don't really appreciate me being here, but we're just going to do a quick walk around because I want you guys to see what this property is coming with. Obviously, we're right here on the edge of the city limits here. We do have some light industrial back over here. This trailer here, well, not the guy's trailer that they rolled up, but the mobile home here. That one, I think it was a 1918 build or something like that. And so it's very old at this point. Probably not worth anything. And certainly given the commercial potential as well as the industrial potential uses for the land, probably going to want to get rid of that. We do have a well on the property though, and I'm not sure what we have as neighbors. It looks like some kind of yard for soils of some kind. We're going to take a little walking tour here. I'm guessing these are old citrus trees, maybe lemons or something. I don't see any fruit, but I'm heading over this way just so you can get a feel for the 2.3 acres. Now, there is a canal here. I am not sure about the water rights. Looks like this would be the edge of the property line here. Let's hit this this bank over here. You can see we've got trucking center. I think it's a trucking repair right across the canal here. And now walk past this ditch. A bunch of RVs and cars that are going to have to be removed, but that is not the property owner that put them there. And this is a real struggle to keep people from moving on the property, because really there's no fence, and it is pretty expensive to put up a fence around all this acreage. So as soon as you remove these guys, they others will just come back. So it's a real problem. Not much that the police can do at the moment either. So you can see we're coming up now on Golden State Boulevard. You got power right here at the street. You've got probably sewer and water at the street as well. Given that we are in city limits, it does make this piece of property a little more desirable, a little more future potential as an investment as the city grows. And now we're coming back up to Golden State Boulevard. By the way, before you go, if you're trying to maybe get a better pulse on the market, I do send out a market update at the end of every month. It just has the most pertinent details that you want to know. It's got a chart of today's rates as well as the last few months worth. So you can kind of see the direction. It's kind of a leading indicator of where rates are headed. And then also, I do have a chart on the pending sales. This is really giving you an early peek at what's closing right around the corner. So, if you're a seller, this kind of shows you the current buyer demand. And well, if you're a buyer, it's going to be kind of showing you your competition. So I can get this out to you, at the end of every month. You could pause the video here, hit that QR code. It's going to take you, right where you need to go. Or you could text market update to the number on the screen, and my office will make sure that you get this snapshot delivered. We'll see you.